All right, so good morning. Here we are for our Vinyasa flow class. Today we're going to work on Lotus lifts. So having a set of yoga blocks available and handy for later on might be a good option. And we're going to actually start right here, comfortably seated. We're going to try out Lotus pose right at the beginning though. And so Lotus pose is this like nice, deep meditative seat. You can take one foot towards your hip crease and you kind of lean up and pull that top foot up and over, whichever foot it is. Now, if that's really uncomfortable, it's okay to keep that bottom foot or the foot that would go on top just tucked underneath you towards your hip crease. Wherever you're at is just fine. So we want to really focus on in this shape is sitting tall, but the knees, we don't want tension on our knees. So it's this external rotation of our femur bones out and down. And if you ever have any discomfort, if there's one knee versus the other that's not on the floor, if that's uncomfortable, you can place something like a towel under there to support you. Otherwise, get into your Lotus shape, whatever that might be today. Sit tall in your sitting bones, hands to your thighs to your knees, shoulders up, down your back, up, back, and down. And we're going to sit still and find a connection to our breath. So if you're comfortable, let your eyes float closed. And our breath today is going to be nice, slow inhales through the nose and nice, slow exhales back out of the nose. We're going to place some intention on our long spine and really get to light up our chakras. We're going to give that a try. So we place these locks in place on our body. So the first lock is the root lock. That's basically your pelvic floor, the very base. So for women, it's really squeezing and slurping up the walls of the vaginal canal. And for men, it's the perineum. It's the space between the genitals and the anus. You want to really feel like we're clenching, engaging, and pulling upward into the body. So once we get that lock, just sit with it comfortably, take a couple of rounds of breath. And then the next lock we're going to add on while still trying to contract that Mula Bandha root lock is our Uddiyana Bandha. It's more of the diaphragm lock, or it's called like a fake breath, but you want to feel your belly pulling back and up to the spine. So you have this like engaged control over your abdomen. It's like the pit of your stomach pulling back and the ribs just get to expand and release. So try to keep that breath, let the breath flow in and out, but keep those locks rather. Just breathe. Notice if you're clenching your teeth, we want to soften. And then the third lock is Jalandhara. It's our throat lock. To activate this lock, it's bringing the chin towards the chest. And we really want to make a double chin here. Just kind of squeeze back. Still sitting tall, reaching through the crown, filling all the other locks in place. When we activate all three locks together, it's Maha Bandha. And really the point of these locks is it's like a refinement of the blood flow. We get to kind of halt the blood flow and keep it lifted up in the body when we have that root lock in place. And we get to halt it at the throat so it doesn't escape up and out. We're really compressing our energy, the chi, the prana, the life force inside of our body. And with the slight compression at the bottom and the top, it's like a slight hold of the blood flow, a slight constriction. And when we do get to that release point through the breath and through the release and softening, which we'll do in a moment, it's like a release of all that fresh blood flow back into the body. Sitting tall, aligning the chakras. Feel all those locks in place from the root to the diaphragm, pulling the belly in and up. Pull your chin towards your chest, squeezing this nice constriction through the neck, arteries. Take a breath in through your nose. Out your nose, let it go and start to soften all of those locks. We're going to release. Bring your chin back to parallel to the mat. Take a deep breath in. Part your lips and sigh it out. And gently blink your eyes open, hazy gaze towards the floor. Softly release any lotus pose you might have had. We're going to extend our legs in front of us and just sway from the hip points in and out a couple of times to shake out the legs. Nice. You can do crisscross applesauce. Make your way to tabletop pose, all fours. From there, add on some cat's cows. Just open up your heart, send the booty back, lift the tailbone, and then round it all together, kind of feeling that chin to chest shape one more time, pulling the hip points forward a couple of times with the breath. You take in the room or the space you're in. Finish off your last cat-cow. Meet us back in tabletop pose. Nice. Sweep your right arm up. Actively press down through the left. Hug your shoulder blades into your back. Bring your chest open to that right side. Take a breath in and thread your needle with the exhale. Bring your right shoulder, ear down to the mat. And now you can do whatever you want with your left hand. I invite you to press your left forearm down today and explore lifting your left leg off the mat. Of course, you don't have to add this on. You can stay with both knees on the ground. Where can you soften? And where do you feel maybe a bit shaky in the body as we counterbalance and go against gravity? Deep breath in. Deep breath out. If your leg was floating, start to bring your knee down. Press back up to your left hand and sweep your right arm all the way up. Pivot your left toes to the left side. Find a supported side plank with your right foot extended. Nice. And from here, option to keep your right foot grounded or lift. Maybe make some arm circles with that right arm. Make sure your left fingertips are spread wide and your left shoulders over the left wrist. Maybe with this last arm circle, you capture the top of your foot on that right side. Open up to a nice little back bend. You can look down for stability. Maybe you look up. One more round of breath. And from here, we're going to softly release that foot. Bring your right foot out in line with your right hip, pivoting the left foot back behind you. So you're almost in that side plank shape. But we're going to come up to gate pose from here. So you want your hips forward. Yep, swivel around. You got it. Nice. I'll face you now. Nice gate. Breathe in at the top. Breathe out over to that right leg. Side body stretch. Nice. And from here, we're going to come back up to a long spine. Pivot your front toes forward, bending the knee in line with hips stacked over your ankles. So you've got like a warrior two. You can kind of come into this extended side angle variation, reaching your arm up, a couple more arm circles now on this other arm if you'd like. And feel free to have some movement in the hips, kind of forward and back. Reverse directions if you're doing those arm circles, and you can stop whenever you want. It's getting nice and juicy in those hips. Feeling that side body stretch. And from here, we'll come back to that gate, pivot your foot out, bring your hands down, come into tabletop, taking you right back to the front. Very nice. Sweep your left palm to the sky. Hold it up as you feel your chest opening to that left side. Big breath in and thread your needle, breath out. Option to add on lifting that right leg up this time if you want. And keeping that right forearm in the ground for that support if you choose. Or exploring and playing with it, lengthening the arm forward. One more breath in. Exhale, bring your knee to the mat. Right palm presses down onto your shoulder, sweep your left arm up. Pivot into that supported side plank, left leg elongates as your right heel pivots back. Nice. Some arm circles here if you want. You can always keep looking down for balance or up, change it up. Maybe you grab your back foot, open up your chest, feel that gentle back bend. More round of breath. Softly release gate pose. You're going to bring your left foot all the way around in line with your left hip. Pivot the right toes back. Come on up. Big inhale. And as you exhale, hinge over to that left, getting your side body stretch on. Inhale, come up, long neutral spine. Go ahead and pivot your left toes to that left side, coming into the open of the hips. Feel free to make some arm circles if you're desiring some more here. Otherwise, have some movement. So when we hinge forward, getting into those inner thighs and groin, you push back. It's kind of this nice activation in the leg. One more cycle of breath. Right on. Let's return up to a long spine. Pivot your left toes forward, gate. Bring your right hands down under the shoulders and pull your knee back in tabletop. Very good. One more round of cat-cow just to kind of neutralize. You can always side body stretch if you prefer. We'll tuck our toes, find downward facing dog. Pedal out your legs. We'll find some stillness. Bend your knees, lift your heels, look at the top of your mat, tiptoe forward. Nice fold. Maybe you grab your opposite elbow creases and sway. You can have nice bent knees here or find straighter legs. And notice where the weight is on your feet, just distributing around to the four corners. And when you're ready, you can release both palms to the earth. We're going to actually plant the left palm under our nose. Bend your left knee. Inhale, sweep your right arm up. Bringing that chest open to the right one more time. Just playing with where your weight's distributed on your feet. Take a breath in. Exhale, fold, release. Switch sides, right palm down. Bend your right knee, left arm up. Nice straight left side body. Big breath in. Exhale, release, fold. Nice. So you can walk your feet together or just keep them under your hips, up to you. To bend your knees, have a round spine, and slowly rise up. Notice chin to chest when you get all the way to the top, kind of activating that Jalandhara lock. Reach your arms overhead, big inhale breath. Exhale, hands to your heart. Just feel yourself rooted here. Can you slurp up the pelvic floor, press down the four corners of your feet, activate your quads, lift your kneecaps, and soften your shoulders. Release your hands by your side. Inhale, sweep them up. Nice. Now, option to bring your left ankle crossed in front of your right. Right arm down, side body stretch. So left arm over to the side. Let your heart keep lifting so you're not pivoting to look down. Now on your inhale, come to the top. Keep your legs. We're going to forward fold with the legs. So notice your knees. Keep a long spine all the way to the bottom. Nice stretch for the back right quad. Option to walk your palms to the left and right a little bit. Some movement here. Come back through center with an equally long spine. You can take a halfway lift to start. Keep your knees softly bent. Rise all the way up standing. Mountain, arms overhead. And exhale, hands to your heart and unwind your feet. Back to neutral. Take a breath in. Let it go. Beautiful. Sweep the arms up, mountain. Right foot crosses in front of the left this time. Side body stretch, left arm down, reach for that side. Right arm rainbows up and over. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, long spine forward folds. Keeping those crossed legs, if you will. Just folds. Maybe walk side to side one more time, noticing the difference in legs, where we're tighter, where we have more space. Come back through center, long spine, all the way up. You can start with a halfway, get your bearings there and come all the way up to center. And then exhale, hands to your heart. Unwind your legs, close your eyes. Take a big breath in and let it go. Nice. Sweep your arms overhead, mountain. And let's fold all the way down. Halfway lift, high plank. Nice. And that high plank, just really pull the belly in and up, shoulders over the wrists, heels high on the toes. Maybe press off the toes a little more. Pull that belly in. Take a breath in. Exhale, lower halfway down. Chaturanga Dandasana, your low plank. Untuck your toes. Upward facing dog, straight arms, open the heart. and downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. Sigh it out. Inhale, soft knees, look at the top of your mat. Exhale, walk, hop, or fold. Forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold in half again. Inhale, mountain, come to standing. Exhale, sit back into chair. Weight shifts to your heels. Belly pulls up. Spine elongates. Feel your glutes as you sit a little deeper into those heels, a little back further into the shins. Take a breath in. Lean and fly as you breathe out. Keeping the spine really long. Hug your shoulders down your back. Gaze softly past your nose. Nice. Inhale, standing mountain, come to the top. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in halfway. Exhale, left foot back, low lunge. And this is an active runner's lunge. So root down in the right foot, keep the back heel high, hug those inner thighs. Now you might stay here with hands on the ground or on blocks. Maybe you lift up to fingertips. Maybe you hover the fingertips or really go full throttle here. Sweep the arms back and your palms can face into your side bodies or you can pivot them so they face down your lean and fly. Trying to not let your torso just fall onto your thigh. Even if we're touching body part to body part, that's fine. But we want to have the strong active legs and keep hugging that left hip forward. Long spine, open that chest, big breath in. Exhale, release, back knee down, low lunge. Whoo. And start to walk your hands up to your thighs. Start. Maybe you sweep them all the way up overhead. Let yourself hinge forward here, pivoting forward. Keep that 90 best you can in the front knee. Let's take a big inhale. Exhale, low lunge, step forward, fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, step your right foot back, low lunge, our active runner's lunge. So we're just targeting the other side right away. Press through the four corners of your left foot. Hands might be on the ground or blocks, or maybe you sweep them back. Feel the shoulders actively hug down your back. So in a nice long line from back heel through the crown. Feel that fire energy ignite inside you. All the strength you have. Big breath in. Exhale, palms down, back knee down. Walk your hands to your thigh, or maybe come all the way up this nice Anjaneyasana, this relaxing variation. So my flexible, hypermobile people, I want you to, yes, get that stretch, but you have to keep some control so we don't hammock and just let everything release. So imagine having that root lock still in place and squeezing the inner thighs the whole time. Last big breath in. Exhale, low lunge, find your forward fold. Just to balance it out, inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, high plank, chaturanga if it's in your practice. You can always bring the knees down first, come in through a cobra or up dog. We meet back in down dog. Nice fiery start. Take an inhale, sweep your right toes to the sky. Get nice and tall here, maybe even lifting your left heel. Inhale, breath. Exhale, right knee to right arm. Squeeze forward. Try to bring your knee higher than your elbow. Shoulders over wrists, back heel high. Actively pull your core in and up. Try to bring your back heel towards your groin. Yep. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, knee to opposite arm. So twisting at the waist, trying to draw the knee a little higher. Shoulders stay over the wrists. Yep. Try to pull your heel, side of your arch of foot towards your groin or hip flexor. Whoo. Inhale, right leg high. Low lunge, exhale. Plant your foot between your hands. Warrior one. Back heel comes in a little bit, pivots the heel in, toes point out. Rise up, long spine. What I love about this shape is the open heart. My hips feel good. And I can close my eyes or just zone out, finding that drishti. Feel your legs press, your feet press down rather, that energy pulls up, allowing you to deepen into your lunge and also open in those hips a little bit. Last breath in, lean and fly, breathe out. So you get this hinge forward, still feeling length from that back leg, rooted down in your front foot. Use your arms here to squeeze together and down. Bring the pinkies a little bit closer together. Right foot is your base, so really press down, spread those toes wide. When you're ready, airplane on your inhale, lift the back leg. See if you can just float it up without force, without a hop or a jump in the leg. You can always bring hands to heart here or to hips, whatever you need. Try to soften the left hip in line with the right. Always a strong standing leg. And those strong standing legs, friends, we always keep a small bend in the knee. Now from here, if you can imagine a knee drive, take a breath in. As you exhale, we're gonna find that cat-like back, bring the knee towards the chest. Option to bring hands to heart right here. You can keep flying them back. Bring your heel towards your glute, knee towards your chest. Single leg mountain, slow and steady. It's not a race, rise up. Whoo, nice, Karen. Option to keep the leg bent. Option to straighten it out, point through the toe. Big inhale breath, fill that quad. Exhale, figure four. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh and sit down. If I sit down, we're still staying lifted. Yep. Can you activate your left foot by pointing the foot? Nice. Press your palms actively together. Sit a little bit deeper down and back like that chair, bringing your spine nice and long. Whew, reach your arms up, breathe in. Fly your arms back, breathe out. Keep the heart reaching forward as your hips fly back. Woo. Nice, single leg mountain, inhale. Low lunge, exhale. See if you can bring the hands and toes to the mat at the same time. Slowly bend and land. Woo. Warrior two, when you're ready, pivot the left heel down, circle it up and open. Look past your front middle finger. Take an inhale. Extended side angle on your exhale. Can again come to thigh supporting the hand, the arm, the upper body, or letting it hang, but open up your chest to the left. See if you can try to stack the shoulders and hug the shoulder blades into your back. This whole frontal plane, we want the body opened up to the left and right here. Nice. On your inhale, reverse your warrior, press through your front foot, sweep open that right side. Last inhale, exhale, cartwheel your hands down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. You can always skip these and meet us in exhale, down dog. Big breath in and out. Whew. Let's do the left side. Inhale your left toes nice and high. Reach up as high as is comfortable right here, maybe lifting your right heel. Big breath in and exhale, knee to arm. Remember that cat back, so you want to lift the hips, pull the belly in and up, try to lift the knee, try to lift your heel towards your glute. Shoulders over the wrists. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, knee to opposite arm, pivot across. Again, lifting up heel to glute or to hip crease even here, shoulders over wrists, pull the belly button in and up. Inhale, left toes to the sky. Exhale, low lunge, step through. And warrior one, pivot your back heel in, reach it up, settle into your shape. Soften your shoulders. I want your shoulders over your hips, however. No tension on the back right knee because we have that hip point opened up. So knee and toes are in the same direction. Last breath in. Lean and fly on your exhale. Sweep forward with the heart, sweep back with the arms. Tailbone elongates toward the back heel. Pull your belly in and up. You have a slight tuck of the chin here to reach through the crown of your head. We want to feel the sensation of long spine, the prana, chi, whatever you want to call it, your life force circulating through, up and down, in and out, blood pumping, breath rising and falling. Take a breath in, press through your left foot, softly rise up, airplane when you're ready. Try to just lift the leg in control with that strength you have. Feel your right glute ignite, lifting that back leg. Maybe your hands stay back, maybe they come to your heart, whatever you need to do. Find your ultimate length as you reach back and reach forward at the same time. Last breath in. Find that knee drive right here, knee towards your chest. Cat-like back, pull belly in, pull knee up to chest, pull heel to glute. Nice little curled ball, kind of like a flamingo. Inhale, one leg mountain, try to rise up nice and slow. Maybe you extend that leg. If you want a little more quad work today, nice, beautiful. Take a breath in, cross your ankle on the exhale over your thigh, figure four. Find your balance. Lengthen that spine. Sit a little deeper. Frame that foot, belly up. Next, inhale, single leg mountain. Return, extend your leg if you want it. Exhale, low lunge, softly land. Can you get the limbs to touch at the same time? Inhale, warrior two, rise up. Look past the front, middle finger. Heel to arch-ish alignment, you got it. Take a breath in, an extended side angle. Pivot your heart open to the right. Maybe you take a little half bind. You can creep those fingertips to your left hip crease. Make sure your left knee stays over your ankle and your back hip. We want it to feel like it's lifting up and open. If I was there, I would put my hand on that hip point and gently glide you up and open to the back. One more breath in and out. And inhale, reverse your warrior. Sweep it up. So the ribs stretch open a little more. Last breath in. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga. Try to float that leg back rather than slide it across your mat. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Pedal it out. Take about 3 rounds of breath because that's a lot. It's freaking awesome and you've got this. And we're going to flow. One breath, one movement. Are you ready? Inhale, sweep your right leg up. Exhale, knee to arm. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale to your opposite arm. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Low lunge, exhale. Rise up, warrior one with breath. Lean and fly, breathe out. Rise up, airplane, lift the back leg, inhale. Find that squat, knee drive, squeeze rather. One leg mountain, slow and steady. Inhale, maybe you extend that leg. Figure four, cross it over. Sit deep. One leg mountain with your breath, rise back up. Low lunge with your exhale. Warrior two, inhale, spin up. Extended side angle, exhale. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. You can always skip these. And inhale up through a cobra. Down dog, exhale. Inhale, left toes high. Exhale, knee to arm. Inhale, left toes high. Exhale, opposite arm, tap, lift. Inhale, left toes high. Exhale, low lunge. Warrior one, inhale, rise. Lean and fly, exhale, breath. Airplane pose, inhale, float your right leg. Exhale, knee drive, squeeze it all together. Slowly rise up, one leg mountain, inhale. Exhale, figure four, cross ankle to thigh. Inhale, return, one leg mountain. Low lunge, exhale, breath. Warrior two, fly it up and open up. Inhale. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Breathe in, up dog. Breathe out, down dog. Big breath in, big breath out. One more time and some add-ons here. Some fun stuff. Inhale, lift your right toes up, nice and high. Exhale, tap your arm. Inhale, right toes high. Exhale, opposite arm and pause. From here, extend your right toes out so your leg is long on the ground. In line with your hip or maybe even a little bit more. Make sure your right palm is under your shoulder. Pivot your left heel down, left arm up. Nice. This little fallen triangle can reach up, actively press down. Maybe even let yourself fall backwards just a little bit. Whoo, big breath in. On your exhale, low lunge, plant your left palm under your left shoulder, bring your knee to chest, and just place your foot down. Warrior one, inhale, rise up. Pause here. Catch your breath. Try to smooth it out. Ujjayi in and out of your nose if possible. Take a breath in. And exhale, take a bind. So reach your hands down and behind you, interlace those fingers, soften your shoulders down your back. If this is uncomfortable, you can grab a strap or hold your clothing. Inhale to lift up through your heart, actively drive your fists towards the mat. And exhale, fold over your front thigh, humble warrior. So bringing about your right shoulder towards the right inner thigh. Make sure your right knee stays in line with the toes rather than getting pressed out or in. Wherever your palms are at, try to lift them up off your low back, maybe even reach them up 1 inch more higher overhead than you have them, and actively squeeze and hug your shoulders together and up towards your fists. Pull your belly in so we're not hammocking at the gut. And bring your left hip in line with your left heel. That takes the rotation of the hips from pressing to the right side of the mat away. Last breath in. Last breath out. Keep your bind. Inhale, come back up to standing, that warrior one. Sigh that breath out. Right foot is your base. We've got toppling tree. It's basically airplane with a bind. Press off your back toes and come to flying your leg. Now here, you can reach the bind back towards your heel, or like a teeter-totter, you can bring your front body down at the same time your back heel lifts up. Find your edge. One more round of breath. Slowly come up one leg mountain. You can release the bind, reach your arms up, and exhale, figure four. Now this figure four is going to change up a little bit. We have the option for a toe squat. So kind of thinking of half lotus, we're going to point the toes and try to bring that heel up into that hip crease as best we can. You might want blocks for this. You can grab them as you get lower if they're in grabbing distance. We're going to slowly bring the hands forward, start to crunch down, bending at the knee, bringing your hands to the mat, starting to lift that back heel and actually trying to sit onto that balancing leg. That heel might go somewhere towards your butt crack. Find your balance. Maybe you bring one or both hands to your heart. Find your drishti here, very important. One round of breath. And we'll softly plant our palms. We want to come back out the way we went in. So start to lift the back leg, plant your heel. Make your way slow and steady, one leg mountain. Woo. Breathe in. Low lunge, softly take it back. Amazing. From here, left palm is under your shoulder, grounded twist, right arm up, hug the inner thighs, big inhale. And to your left, Prasarita, exhale. So pivot both toes to the left side of your mat. Toes might be slightly in or slightly out. Give yourself a moment to fold. can walk your hands to your feet or to your ankles. And then you're gonna come up about halfway. So you can be on your hands or fingertips. And start to bend side to side, bending the knee, little side lunges. We're gonna land with our left knee bent, Skandasana, right toes to the sky. Nice. You can point those right toes up. Maybe bring hands to your heart or keep them yourself grounded and centered. Your back heel can be up or down. Really, that's totally a yogi preference. Left palm maybe reaches to the ground. And sweep that right arm up if you'd like a little chest opening. Big round of breath. Bring your right palm down. Now we go to reverse warrior from here. Ground down through your left foot. You're gonna lift yourself up with the strength of your legs. Ideally, plant your right foot. Toes should already be facing forward. Sweep it up and open. Big breath in, reverse warrior. Exhale, chaturanga. Nice, Karen, crushing it today. Woo. Open and soften the heart and the shoulders. And downward facing dog. Let's go one more time. Beautiful. Sweep your left toes up. Inhale. Knee to arm, exhale. Left toes up, inhale. Exhale, opposite arm and pause. Fallen triangle, extend your left leg underneath you. Right arm up, pivot your right heel down. Make sure that left palm is under your left shoulder and you're comfortable. Lift the hips actively. Let your heart open. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, it's low lunge. Plant your right palm, draw your knee to your chest, and plant your foot down. Warrior one, inhale, rise. Whew. Take a moment here. Breathe in. Exhale, find a bind. Hug your shoulders down your back. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, humble warrior folds. Keep your knee in the direction of your toes, over your ankle, pull your belly in, hug your shoulders towards your fists. Soften the crown of your head towards the mat and pull your belly in. Maybe press your palms together. See if that helps you lift or feels better across the open heart. Last breath in, last breath out. Maintain your bind. Inhale, rise back up to standing. When you're ready, toppling tree. So keep the bind, lift the right leg, that airplane. And you can stay, or you can start to fold the chest forward while you lift the back leg. Left toe rooting into the earth, soft bend in the left knee. Long spine the whole time. One more round of breath. Yep, inhale, one leg mountain. So take your time to get there. Arms can release that bind, reach overhead. Big breath in and figure four, ankle over thigh. And this is to prep for our toe squat. So we're gonna actually point our toe, try to draw the heel up best you can into your hip crease. Yep, you can hold on to that foot with your hand, whatever you need, or you can let it go. So you start to fold, it gets kind of anchored and tucked in anyway. Bring the hands down to blocks or the ground. Start to lift your heel off the mat as you come into your squat. Drishti is super important here. Maybe one hand comes to your heart, maybe not. Maybe both hands do, maybe not. One round of breath. Gently release your hands to the mat. Come back up the way you went in. Inhale, one leg mountain. Exhale, low lunge. Right palm under your shoulder. Sweep your left palm to the sky. That grounded twist. Hug the inner thighs. Big inhale. And exhale, Prasarita to your right. So pivot the toes to the right side of your mat. Take a big inhale in the halfway lift. And exhale, fold it down. Bow the crown of your head, shake it out. When you're ready, bring your palms under your shoulders. We're going to start to side lunge, side to side. And eventually, bend your right knee, come into Skandasana side lunge. Left toes pivot up. Maybe plant your right palm on the ground in front of your leg, left arm up. A little opening of the chest. Take an inhale breath to prepare. Exhale, plant your feet, rise up, warrior, reverse warrior. Big inhale to open the chest, open the left side ribs. And exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Yep, inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal out the legs, take a big breath in. Sigh it out. And on an inhale, come to your knees. Very nice. We're gonna come to a seat. So lower your booty down. Now we have the option for our lotus lift. If you want to have blocks nearby, go ahead and grab them off to your side. I'm gonna use those as support. You don't have to use the blocks. They're just there for you if you want. I'm gonna come back into a lotus pose and we're gonna try this twice. So you can take, let's start with the left foot on top towards the hip crease. And again, if lotus isn't accessible for you, just staying with your bottom leg underneath is fine. And that's where we're gonna just be today. Otherwise, you can lean back a little bit, bring that top leg up and over, and then settle the legs back down. Before we start, we wanna find our tall spine. Make sure you have that external rotation of the thighs. So we take tension out of the knees. Knees shouldn't be into play here. If they are, we can come out of this. And I want us to invoke breath of fire before we go. This is going to really help us hold, find that strength and internal power that we have. So breath of fire is a quick, sharp breath in and out of the nose. It's like a passive inhale and a sharp exhale. And it's almost like the inhale is just so passive and soft. It's a reverberation of that exhale, and we're going to pull the belly in. So it's like this. Working that belly in and up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice, big breath in. Let it go. Now we have that breath of fire capability. So now we can add that on to our lotus lift. Hands are going to come right by our hips. Hug your shoulder heads together and down your back. They might be on blocks. You might be on the ground. Kind of like pulling the belly in and up. We're going to rely on those arms as we lean forward, but we're going to use that core to lift and find that breath of fire. So inhale to prepare. Exhale, press down, lift the legs, breath of fire. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower down. Bring your hands to your thighs. Take a big, huge inhale. Let it go. We'll softly remove our top leg and the bottom leg. Lengthen them in front of you just for a moment. Shake them in and out. And then we go for the other side. Very nice. So now the right leg is going to come on top. Into the hip crease best you can. Try to take that left leg on top and really like lifting the legs up towards your chest is like kind of my magic anyway. And I've seen a lot of other yoga instructors do it that way to get into lotus, lifting up. Nice. We don't have to practice breath of fire now because we have it. So inhale to prepare. Palms by your hips. Exhale, press down, lift. Maybe you're using those blocks. Bring on breath of fire, lifting the hips, pulling the belly in and up. A slight lean forward of the chest. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower down, hands to thighs. Elongate your spine, slight tuck of chin. Take a deep breath in and hold your breath at capacity. Sigh it out. Nice, friends. Gently release the top leg, the bottom leg. Elongate your legs. Shake them in and out. Beautiful. Sit nice and tall here, preparing for Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. Take an inhale, sweep up, get that extension in the side body. Exhale, hinge forward, fold. Ujjayi breathing here, deep breaths in and out of the nose. You can start to cool this breath down by curling the tip of the tongue on the roof of the mouth back. Allow yourself to elongate with the inhales and fold a little deeper with the exhales. Just one more round of breath in and out. Use your palms to support yourself on the journey up. You're gonna return to, or come to our back, actually. It's our first time today on our mat. Lower it down. Plant your feet about hips width distance apart. Set up for one round of bridge. Walk your shoulders down your back, press your palms into the ground. And on an inhale, lift your hips and heart to the sky. Make sure you're actively pressing through all four corners of your feet. Feel those inner thighs ignite as you lift, keeping your hip points in line with your knees. Slight tuck of your chin. You might even walk your shoulders down your back a little bit more. You can always take a bind with your hands again here if you'd like. Press your forearms into the earth to lift the heart. You feel your glutes and hamstrings light up. Lift, take one more breath in. And exhale, softly release. Up, back, mid back, low back. Take your feet as wide as your mat or even off your mat. Let your knees fall in, constructive rest. Palms up, or maybe right hand on heart, left hand on your low abdomen. And gently blink your eyes open if they were closed and walk your feet back in about hips width apart, planting the feet on the ground. You're going to take the right leg, cross the left, Gomukhasana on your back. So supine Gomukhasana, just the legs. Draw both feet up as you squeeze your knees to your chest. See if your hands can reach and capture your heels. If not, maybe your shins or thighs even. We want to try to keep the heels like airplane wings in a parallel line so we're flying forward, right? Rather than tipping and curving. And just hug in. And feel the openness in the outer hips. Keep the back of your head relaxed on the mat, shoulders soft. Make sure your feet are active here. We don't want passive relaxed feet. So flex those toes back towards your knees and keep drawing your heels towards your shoulders, your top of mat. And one more cycle of breath. Nice. And from here, we can release the heels. So wherever we were, draw your knees to your chest. You can shimmy side to side a little bit. Maybe even make circles with the knees, tracing circles on the ceiling. Nice soft crest for the low back. And you tee your arms out nice and wide. And go ahead and release your legs to the left. Try to stack your hips. You might shimmy to the middle of your mat a little bit. A supine twist. You can look up or to the right. And now you can stay right here, or if you'd like, you can add on straightening your top right leg, flexing your foot. So your knees should be stacked. Here's one position. The other position would be lengthening your left leg underneath you towards the bottom of your mat. So you kind of have these L-shaped legs, and you can point both toes or flex the feet, just so you have active legs and an active belly. Pull that navel to the spine. Always return to your breath when there's distractions. Slow down your mind. Just another round of breath, whatever space you're in. I'm gonna come out. We want to keep the navel drawing into the spine. You can re-bend the knees if you had them elongated out, and return to your back. Hug both knees into your chest. From Padmasana, we're going to cross the left leg on top of the right and go Mukasana. Grab your heels, draw the knees towards the midline as you have your airplane wings here and pull towards the top of your mat. I want your shoulders to relax. Almost like your body, the center of your torso is melting off to the sides. With those active feet, take one more round of breath. Softly release knees to chest. You can draw circles again or shimmy side to side. And open up your arms, span out your wings, release your knees to the right. That's supine, a twist. Variation 1, keep the knees bent. Variation 2, straighten your left top leg, knee to knee. Variation 3, elongate your bottom leg. Both legs are active, belly's active, pulling into the spine, and look upper to your left. Maybe you draw your left leg up a little bit higher so it's in line with your hip point. And pull your belly to your spine, be active. One more round of breath. We bend and stack both knees and come to your back, knees to chest. Give yourself a little squeeze here, maybe shimmy if that feels good to release your low back. Keeping knees or your ribs, happy baby. You can thread your arms through your inner thighs. Capture the outer arches of your feet. Maybe you just grab your thighs today. Find some playful movement, organic movement. When you're ready, we'll squeeze it all in. Nice little ball. Have some gratitude for the movement you had today. Your movement is medicine. Big breath in. And Shavasana, when you're ready, release. Nice long body on the mat. Tuck your shoulders down your back one final time. Just let yourself go for a few rounds of breath. Wherever you're at in your day, wherever you're at in your week, you can always return to your breath, no matter where you are, sitting at a desk, driving in your car. Your breath is like the doorway to slowing the mind, steadying your whole outlook. Take about 3 more full deep rounds of breath. Inflate your belly, lift your chest, fill up your throat. Just softening into the earth every exhale. One more time. Fill up from the bottom to the top. Maybe you hold a little extension of that breath. And soften, let it go. You can always remain in a longer Shavasana. It's so good for you in all the ways, body, mind, and spirit. I know we have things to do in our life. So when you are ready, you can start to wiggle fingers and toes, start to reawaken that energy. Roll out the wrists and ankles. Maybe a good morning stretch calls to you. Big breaths. Move slow, friends. Make your way to your favorite side. Bicep becomes a delicious pillow. Trying to keep those eyes heavy, maybe closed all the way. And support yourself up to that comfortable seat. Sukhasana, just sit up tall. Bring your hands to your heart if you'd like. Thumbs into the sternum. It's always my greatest honor to be here in this space with you. So thank you for spending some time working on your body, mind, and spirit. I hope you have a beautiful day, beautiful week ahead. Namaste.